What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's now been 4 weeks after $900 million worth of Solana has been unlocked. So what's next for Sol moving forward throughout this bear market? We're going to dive into it, unpack it a little bit in this video. Solana has become very, very polarizing as a cryptocurrency with its attachment to FTX. And many people think that in the short term, things are going to get a lot rockier for Solana. But if it recovers in the long term, there's a ton of opportunity here. So it's a tough one to figure out, right? And there are a lot of smart people who are really bullish on Sol, a lot of smart people who don't like Solana at all, right? But we're going to try to make sense of it all in this video. Let me know. I'm pretty neutral on Solana. I do hold some, not a ton. I have a decent amount of Sol. It's not one of my top holdings, but I do hold some. And, I'm still interested in kind of seeing what Solana is going to do long term. So currently the price, we're going to come back to that article in just a minute. Currently the price is at $13.67. Market cap sitting at just about $5 billion. Volume is down 35% in the last 24 hours. If we go into the 7-day, you could see some choppy volatility. We did pop up over 1425 here once in the last 7 days. And then take you out in the last month, we did actually, after the whole FTX situation, popped up over $18 back on the 10th. We're going to get into that. There was some interesting price movement back in November, if you remember. So let's dive into this article. So Solana validators released a total of 50.7 million Sol, which is equivalent to about 940 million on November 10th, that same date that the price actually moved up. On November 9th, the price of Solana fell to a low of $12.62, representing a 31% loss. But again, that next day, we spiked up over to $18.27, its highest price in the last month, of course, before the bottom fell out of Solana's price, where it was trading, before the whole FTX situation, it was trading in the mid $30 range. It was trading at a high of $37 in November before the crash. And obviously, it had a strong backing from FTX's founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, and then ultimately was the target of severe selling activity, probably from Sam Bankman-Fried as well. So if we look at the decline in Solana, a lot of it has to do with the $100 billion market sell-off prompted by FTX, and we know how tied Solana was to FTX, right? So there's the chart from the last 3 months. You could see the bottom, it just fell out, and it's trading in the mid 30s there. It was kind of just trending sideways, doing its thing. It had already sold off quite a bit before the crash, right? It's down 92%, I believe, in the last year. Let me double check that. Yeah, 92.46% now in the last year, if you're wondering. So when asked whether this particular analyst, altcoin Sherpa, was bullish, he responded that it depends on the timeline. And I think a lot of people have the same idea here with Solana. He said it depends on the timeline. Short term, no. Don't know what's going to happen in regards to any Sol they have to liquidate. And again, that Solana that went back out and is able to be sold over time here could be sold. And they could liquidate. And that's a lot of Solana out there. So I like this take. In the short term, you really can't get too bullish with Solana, and given the macroeconomic, environment. However, if prices go lower, then it gets interesting, right? If prices get even lower and Solana's down, let's just say 99% or something like that, then it gets interesting, right? And we get confirmation that the bottom is in, it can get interesting. But Sherpa says it's scary to think that 10% of the network could be getting sold/released. Longer term, it's good for the Solana ecosystem, in his opinion. So Solana is still one of the top 20 most discussed cryptocurrencies. It's still a top 20 cryptocurrency by market cap, ranked number 16. So it's not by any means going away anytime soon. But I just think right now, expect a lot of volatility with Solana. Maybe put some price targets on Sol if you're looking to get in. I mean, here's the chart over on TradingView. From an RSI standpoint, we're well below 50 here still, so it's pretty neutral. It's on the way up. I mean, we'll see what happens to the overall crypto market here next week as the Feds make their decision on the rates, right? But you can see it's down 3% in the last month, 61% in the last 3 months, 55% in the last 6, and 92% in the last year. I mean, all the technicals showing a sell across the board. So this is not something I would be jumping into. And again, if Solana continues to free fall here, I mean, mind you, this thing not too long ago in 2020 was, trading at $1 down in here. Okay. So, I mean, we could come down. I mean, we can come down to $5, $6 here pretty easily if the overall market continues to slide. So I'm not jumping into Sol. I'll tell you what, though, if it gets down to $5, $6, even $7, $8, the overall market's in the tank, and then we get confirmation that kind of the bottom's in and we're trading sideways for a while, you want to talk about a great opportunity getting in Solana around $5, $6. And, just the high last year was, 265. A lot of people have questions. Will it ever get back up there? But even if it got halfway up there, getting in on a $5 Solana, that's a great return, right? You're looking at a huge, huge run. That's like a 30x. So it'll be interesting to watch. Solana's going to be one I'm going to continue to cover because I'm fascinated by it. It still has a strong community. NFTs have been really surprising with Solana. They've really done a fantastic job with NFTs, cheaper gas fees and such. So you've got really smart people out there like Raoul Paul saying that Solana is going through what Ethereum went through in 2018. It's going to come out on the other side of this. It's going to be interesting to watch. They've got a lot of stuff working with different hedge funds, and they've got some VC money, and they're working on the phone. I mean, they got a lot of interesting things happening. It'll be one to watch for sure. Let me know how you guys feel about Solana down below. Appreciate you guys stopping by, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll talk soon.